the phone finally lit that November night. Her voice carried the weight of fractures disguised as progress. I need space became I fear this. Then I blamed you. That dinner table vulnerability, a performance where you paid the check. Now the real question, fester sis, her honesty a bridge, or just sharper barbed wire. The warmth of her skin still lingers on my sheets when she stops touching me. That Sunday morning dawns gray through the blind's sharp contrast to last night's feverish whispers, where Shed dug her nails into my shoulders, gasping my name like a prayer. I make coffee, remembering how she laughed when I spilled wine on the couch before leading me to the bedroom with hungry fingers. Now she stares into her steaming mug like it holds answers, knees drawn tight to her chest on my kitchen stool. Pause 1. Her texts dwindle to single words by Tuesday. Each notification stings worse than radio silence. The avoidance coils around my throat when I find the earring she left beside my Cinca gold hooped contradiction, gleaming beside the toothpaste splatter. Pause 1's Friday at 2 a.m. I replay our last call, her voice thinning into static as she said wrong verb. Breathing was what we did tangled in those sheets. Lungs synced. Now every inhale scrapes like broken glass. Pause 1. The vibration hums through my palm with cruel precision, her name flashing as rain streaks my apartment windows. 4 words, black on white. The earring winks from the edge of my sink as I type with shaking thumbs, already tasting the ghosts of her excuses. The relief tasted metallic, like swallowing a promise that wasn't meant for me. 3 days after her tear-streaked confession, at that candlelit bistro, her texts began fossilizing. Work stress became her liturgy, each delayed reply chipping away at our honest new beginning. Pause 1's Thursday night. Your Instagram glows while my how was therapy message sits unread for 6 hours. When you finally call, your sigh liquefies into accusation. I need space to process. Why are you suffocating us? Pause 1's Friday morning, half-empty coffee cups between us at our usual cafe. Your knee jerks away when I brush it. You murmur, but your foot's bouncing with trapped energy. Black polish on your thumbnail fresh, like the ones I saw tagging your ex's skate park post last night. Pause 1 Sunday collapse, liquor and lavender on your breath when you stumble in at AM. Girls' night decompression, slurred with such precision, almost rehearsed. My palm finds the velvet box hidden in my jacket pocket. 1 with the opal ring you'd pointed to, whispering pause 1's outside. Thunder guts the sky. You're passed out mid-lie about platonic healing hugs. Phone unlocked beside your smudged lips. The first unread message glows under cracked lightning contact. Name seared into my retina. Derek. The stale microwave clock reads PM when I realize she's not coming. Chicken piccata congeals on the stovetop. My thumb hovers over her contact photo that lakeside smile from 3 weeks ago when she swore thunderstorms made her feel safe. Pause 1. Her withdrawal started in millimeters. The delayed good morning text, the way her laughter during last night's call had sharp edges. I should have recognized the calculus distance, intimacy, fear. Pause. Once my phone finally vibrates. One sentence, carved in dry ice. The bedroom sheets still smelled like her coconut shampoo this morning. When I'd kissed the sweat from her collarbone, she'd arched into me, whispering, pause. One's now. The silence has teeth. Pause 1. Cypress call. It rings into void. 3 vibrations, then the mechanical click of exile. My fist meets the refrigerator door. A family photo shivers. She'd reassured me Monday, canceling our museum tickets with an emoji dagger. Pause 1. The betrayal isn't the rejection, it's the rewiring. How Sunday morning's sunlight had caught her tracing my jawline murmurs about future trips to Montreal. The way she'd folded her socks inside my drawer, claiming a shelf meant permanence. Pause 1's every relationship bleeds. But this is surgery without anesthesia. I'm still holding the scalpel she handed me when she whispered, pause 1. The notification blast fractures the silence. Can we talk tomorrow? Pause 1. The chicken grease has solidified into something resembling amber. I count 11 droplets, hardening on the burner. Preserve the damage. My chest still hums from Sunday morning, her fingertips tracing my collarbone in sunlight. Wednesday night's rain smears the diner window between us. She hasn't touched her wine. Pause 1. Her voice cracks. Pause 1. Silverware clatters. Someone laughs at the counter. Pause 1. I memorize the chip in her nail polish, same hand that gripped my back 3 nights ago. Pause 1. She won't meet my eyes. Pause 1. Her confession spills between us, panicked spreadsheet of my husband potential versus her phantom checklist. She whispers. Rain streaks her reflection into a ghost. Pause 1. As my throat tightens around the unsaid words. Pause 1. Her knuckles whiten around the glass. Pause 1. Is on the drive home. Silence hums louder than the engine. At every red light, her thumb brushes my knuckle-ons twice, 27 times, testing if skin still conducts electricity. Pause 1. Her keys jingle outside my door at 3 a.m. She says to my chest. The hallway swallows her midnight confession. Pause 1's ice cubes melt in our untouched drinks. We orbit the truth. Neither speaks. Pause 1's her fear tastes like morning breath now. The first time we slept together, I tasted salt from her collarbone, from the damp sheets later, from the silent tears I wasn't supposed to notice when she thought I'd fallen asleep. Pause 1's tonight. Her phone buzzes between us on the restaurant table at exactly p.m. same time. She stopped returning my texts last weekend. I watch her flinch like I've caught her mid-affair. Sorry, she murmurs, flipping it face down. A red wine stain spreads across the tablecloth between us like old blood. Pause 1. She explains her distance in perfect sentences now. Her hands stay folded in her lap, the entire confession. I count 3 lies without meaning to one. When she claims she never doubted, but her eyes dart to the exit sign behind me. 2. When she says the anger wasn't personal, but her jaw tightens around the word. 3. When she reaches for my hand, and her fingers feel dead. Pause 1. The apology sounds rehearsed. I keep nodding because the truth tastes metallic under my tongue because she cried after sex. But won't name why. Because her honesty tonight smells like regret, masquerading as closure. Pause 1. She leans in, all trembling lips and wet eyelashes. Can we try again? Pause 1's I say yes. Pause 1's but later, driving home alone, I realize she never once said just, and now every silence between us has teeth.
The human nervous system wires itself through proximity. Your fingertips memorized the exact pressure points where her pulse would leap against your thumb. That evolutionary betrayal doesn't disappear when the avoidance starts. It clots. Pause 1's notice how her withdrawal weaponized time. Not hours, but milliseconds, the infinitesimal delays before responding. The micro-expressions flickering across her lips when you mentioned Derek's name over cold coffee. Your amygdala registered the threat long before your conscious mind admitted it. Pause 1's her greatest manipulation wasn't the lies. It was the precision, the calculated slippage of intimacy, gold earrings left like breadcrumbs, text threads dissolving into monosyllabic ash. That first time she claimed work stress while your tongue still carried the metallic tang of her tears from the bistro. Pause 1's addiction thrives on intermittent reinforcement. You mistook her breadcrumbs for a trail back the 2 a.m. calls blurred with lavender and liquor. The way her fingernails still dug identically into your hips even as her pupils dilated with new lies. Biology is the cruelest co-conspirator. Pause 1's the chicken piccata fossilizing on your stove isn't about dinner. It's the last monument to conditional love, to believing broken people hold glue. When she studied the rain-streaked window instead of your face, your mirror neurons finally shattered. Pause 1's survivors of emotional strip mining always blame themselves for the collapse. But this calculus was always rigged. She needed your agony to confirm her own aliveness. The tragedy isn't the opal ring buried in your jacket. It's that Yow'll spend decades untangling genuine care from her particular brand of neurochemical warfare. Pause 1's the exit wounds remain. Not from Derek's name glowing on her cracked screen. From your fatal miscalculation believing love could disinfect